Hundreds of books have been written about how to be great leaders, but very few or almost none about how to have heart of a real servant. Hey everybody, welcome back. I, Tanya, welcome you all to another episode of our series 40 Days of Relationship. In our last episode, we got to learn about our special assignment, and in today's episode, we learn how to have the heart of a servant. Without further delay, let's get started. The first point is don't make, shape, and excuse. Now, we already know the meaning of the acronym SHAPE. God says here that we are sure blessed with so many talents, spiritual gifts, abilities, capabilities in our life, which we can use to serve Him and His people. That is our special assignment. But sometimes people often make that as an excuse that I don't have any special skills or capabilities with which I can serve God. Now, here He gives a very small example. Suppose you are in a meeting and meeting got over. After that, trash is there, the chairs are everywhere in the boardroom, and then you're supposed to have a cleaning lady to come over there and to clean all the mess, and everybody leaves the room. So if you help that cleaning lady in order to pick up the trash, put that in the garbage bin, stack up the chairs, and then just a note of thank you to her, and then leave the room along with her. Just 2 or 3 minutes of task is not going to cost you anything, but for her it would be a gesture of I would say a gratefulness on your part, and she'll feel so happy. So it's not always the big task or the great effort which counts. It's always the small, the mundane, the everyday task in life which makes God and His people happy. There is a very beautiful line in the book. It says that there will be many people who may be ready to carry out the big and important task for God, but there will be very few people who will be interested in doing small little things for God. Okay, moving on to our second point, that is having the heart of a servant. Now, like I mentioned before, God is always interested in your intention. He is not wanting something great to happen from your side, like some great accomplishment, some great deal of task or effort. He is always interested the intention, the willingness inside you, with which we can also associate our third point over here, that is the willingness, the readiness, the availability to do a task. How ready, how available you are, without making an excuse, without thinking that it might create an inconvenience to me. For example, if a person is walking on road and he's a very old person, then you can help him to cross a signal. That could be one of the tasks. If a guy is there and you see him that petrol got over in his vehicle and he's dragging it, so just try to help him in that, to go to a nearby gas station if it's there, or just you can help him to give him a lift to the nearest gas station so that he can refill his tank. So these little things, it may be little to us, but for him it's everything. Okay. Then don't procrastinate or don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Now, God here, he actually there is one beautiful line with which he conveys that I am not waiting for the perfect conditions or perfect opportunity to come to you or to come to my servants. Anything done with the pure intention, with pure heart, is more valuable to me than done with the perfect spirit. So perfection is not what he is looking in your service. The imperfection done or imperfect service done with a sweet, with a humble, a kind heart is more valuable, is more worthy than a service done with absolute precision and perfectness. Okay, so I'll just read that line for you. Less than perfect service is always better than no service. Bible says if you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get anything done. So don't wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect condition to hit you. If you can serve today, if you can serve now, then why to wait for tomorrow? Serve now, serve at the moment, which is at present. Don't wait for the moment to come. Don't wait for the opportunity to knock on your door. If you have this now, if you have this present, why to wait for the future to serve God, to serve His people? This moment is right now. It's there for us to serve. And again, there is one beautiful line which conveys that, there is always somebody around us who needs our help. We just need to look out. So there is always somebody around us who might be fighting a battle. You don't know, just look a little deeper. He or she needs your help, so just look around. If you can serve today, then why to wait for tomorrow? Okay. Then I am not good enough myth. I am not good enough myth. God says, I don't want you to be intellectual. I don't want rich elites. I don't want perfect, educated, some Ivy League college degree holders to serve my people, to serve me. I am just looking for the pureness, for the purity of the heart, for the kindness, for the compassion, for the empathy, for the sympathy inside you, with which you can serve me and my people. So I am not good enough to do this. I am not good enough to do that. This is a sheer myth. Don't get into this vicious cycle of I am not good enough. Right now, just look outside, just talk to people, and you'll feel that you have so much that they may be imagining or dreaming to have in their life. So you are very much good enough to carry out the services to the God. Just believe in yourself, have that self-confidence that yes, I am able to do certain things which others might be having a dream of. Okay. The next point is, I'm trying to remember because I'm trying to exercise my muscles, at least my memory muscles. Okay. So yes, start with the mundane, small, menial task. Okay, I have a very beautiful example of which I have practically experienced in my own life. So few months back, I was at Amritsar in Golden Temple, and I happened to get a chance to be the part of the service, and just washing dishes over there, collecting shoes of people, mopping the floors, cutting veggies, fruits for the langar, for the people who come to eat in thousands of numbers daily basis, carrying out these tasks, like even cooking the food there with no distinction, absolutely no discrimination whosoever. They never ask caste, creed, color, race, gender. Like with the same spirit of God, they serve each and every person coming to the temple. So carrying out these small tasks of washing, cleaning, cooking, mopping, collecting shoes, and they fill you so much with happiness that you don't even realize that you are carrying your special assignment. You're serving people. You are filled with so much excitement, enthusiasm, and happiness inside you that you don't feel like I am doing anything. And it's like one shot, your two tasks gets accomplished. You feel happy within, and your special assignment is also done. That okay, fine, I have served people, I have served God, and that one karma tick, that okay, one good karma at least in diary for the day. So start with small tasks, start with small service. Don't think that God will be impressed, or first of all, we are not here to impress God. We are here to make him happy. Making an impression or making somebody happy, that's, I think, two different things in life which we often confuse. So God doesn't need to be impressed. We are his creation. What else impression we need to make upon him, or who else is going to impress him more? So he doesn't need that. You just need to be happy and to make him happy by doing the small task for his people. Okay. Then next point is, yes, promises, commitments, responsibilities. So fulfill your promise, fulfill your commitment and your responsibility which you have made to God when no one else was there. So the promises made to God in the absence of people, when nobody is looking, you need to fulfill those commitments in life. For example, if you have given a promise that I am going to carry out so and so task in the next coming 2 months, then do that. Once you fulfill these small responsibilities and promises, God grants you with the big promises, big responsibilities in life, and then you will be amazed, oh, I have been given this privilege, or I have been given such a big task in the service of God. Why? Because you were faithful, you carried out all the small tasks with utmost sincerity, utmost integrity on your part. You were honest, and that is the reason today he has shown his faith in you by giving you that responsibility. So fulfill your commitments and promises. Okay, then Yes, no eye service. God never gets happy eye service. Eye service is like you're trying to praise God when somebody is looking at you. That is, you're demanding the attention of the people. Eye catching. I am serving because people are looking at me. Celebrities and I won't name few people, but most of the people are doing these eye-catching services these days, going to the temples and making a fuss about it, or how much religious or spiritual they are. So don't be eye-catchers. He sees everything, okay? He knows each and everybody's intention. You cannot conceal anything from him. You can sure put concealer on your face, but you cannot conceal your hidden intention, your hidden motive from him. He sees all. He knows all, and he knows everything what is in your heart, with what intention you are carrying out his service. So don't do a eye-catching service, okay? Okay, and the last point before that, I'll read few lines in order to make it clear. Serve in obscurity, as a spotlight often blinds one. So your service should be so obscure that either you know it or he knows it. So don't try to be the part of the limelight. Do your service in shadow, okay? And he says, our service, no matter how small, it never goes unnoticed, unappreciated. He see all with his infinite pair of eyes. So don't worry, in the end analysis, he will be there to embrace you, welcome you in his humble abode. He sees all. We have these two eyes, but he sees us with infinite pair of eyes. He's everywhere. You cannot pick one place where God is not there, okay? In Gurudwara, there I got to know the very beautiful story by someone that one day Nanak Dev Ji, he was lying, and his feet were in front of the mosque. So people objected that, and they told him that how can you put your feet in front of mosque? Then he said, okay, tell me one place where God is not there. I'll put my feet there. And nobody could answer that, because God is everywhere. So it's not that he was trying to disrespect or something. It was just out of intention, and people made an objection of it. So from that, people got to learn that God is everywhere. You cannot he sees everything. He has infinite pair of eyes, and he's present. He's omnipresent, I should say that. So whatever small tasks, small services which we have discussed in the previous 2-3 minutes back, it will never go unappreciated, unnoticed. He will be there to reward you. Jesus says that even if you give a small cup of cold water to my child, that I will reward you for that when you come to my humble abode. Okay, so I hope you will learn, or at least you got a little idea about how to have a heart, sweet, simple, and pure heart of a servant, which God admires the most and which he wants us all to have. Before finishing today's episode, I also have one a small thing to discuss with you all. So this is the book I recently read, and I wanted to create a different, like a separate video altogether, but it's just that I don't want to disclose the content. If you can read all by yourself, it's Hinge by Vandana Kohli, and this book is divided in few sections about mental well-being when you are in some sort of depression, some sort of stress in life, how you can come out of it. And it is based upon real life examples of people. In the first half of the book, the societal norms, how Indian society operates, most importantly, what all are the issues which are gender specific, society specific, people face in real life. And in the later part of the book, especially in the last chapter, how you can deal with such issues maturely, controlling your sense organs, your mind, your society, the way society thinks about you, your own notions or preconceived ideas about your own self, your judgments about your own self. So that is the way she has dealt with these issues. It's quite mature, and I would like to read few lines from the page number 164 and chapter Hinge. So it's like, first she tries to tell you the problems which you have, how you can unhinge, and then you can hinge back. Okay, so my path is mine to watch, you have yours. I am responsible for the choices I make and their consequences. Given any set of circumstance, you are responsible for yours, however right or wrong they may seem to me. Henceforth, there is no space for self righteousness, however unjust, dark, or even evil another intent may seem. Free from the shackles of judgment, I may do what is appropriate for me, to challenge, to engage, or to move on. I choose out of my free will right here and right now. There is no one or nowhere else to lay blame. Everything is of use, nothing need be feared. So, if you can buy this book, or if you can get an online copy of it, do read it. A great book, Hinge by Vandana Kohli. On that note, keep believing, keep having faith, try to be happy in life, do good anyway, be happy anyway.